looking at a marketplace, if I'm involved in e-commerce and I'm thinking, well, maybe I should do marketplaces, do they suit certain businesses? What are the main benefits and what are the watch-outs and disadvantages?
So marketplaces can be like a very big additional sales channel. If you look at the market share that they have, it's about 50% globally. If you look at Germany, like Amazon alone, 50%.
Okay, so 50, Amazon has 50% of Germany's
Yes.
marketplace. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how many other marketplaces typically would you see? Does it go into like many small ones, or is it really one or two or a handful really?
It really depends on the category also. Like you have some really, really big players in Germany, that's Amazon, eBay, and Otto. And then you have like some smaller ones also. But those three are the main ones that are responsible for the biggest part of the turnover over there.
Yes, it's a way to sell to more customers. Are there any other benefits it brings?
If you want to approach the global markets, so imagine you want to expand to other countries, but you don't know what the potential is of your brand or your categories in specific markets. Maybe you already have a good presence in the Netherlands or in Germany, but you don't know like how would my products do it in France. But you don't want to invest in a web shop right away, then marketplaces offer a chance to do it in a pretty easy and relatively cheap way. So if you look at Zalando, I think they're live in around 17 countries right now in Europe. And you don't even have to translate the content because you have integrators that do that for you.
Okay, so you just literally put your products onto the marketplace using their content management system or content ingestion system, put your pricing in and your other details, and you're ready to go. You don't need to worry about credit card payments, fulfillment, or security, all of those things.
Not necessarily. It really depends on how you do the fulfillment because you have different options. So you can either do it yourself, then you would have to worry about fulfillment. And then you need a provider that can ship to the specific countries in a specific delivery time that you want to offer to your customers, hand it over to them and say, okay, I want to use, for example, fulfillment by Amazon. Then you ship your stock to them and they take care of the whole handling and also of the customer service. So then you don't have to worry about that part.
Amazon just contacted all of their sellers in the UK and said, we aren't going to fulfill now from the UK warehouses to Europe because of Brexit. So you'll need to then have a secondary setup. So
I read that today. Yeah, that's of course really bad. Then there are other things that you have to consider also, because sometimes, like if you have only stock at Amazon or Wolford.com, they also can say, okay, now we don't want to have that much stock anymore. For example, at Wolford.com, they have like a limit. They say, okay, this partner in this category can put that many products in our warehouse and not more. So you really have like a limit to how many products you're allowed to sell. And also what you saw during COVID at Amazon, they said we only want to have products in our warehouse that we sell like a lot, like all those toilet paper stuff, fashion, for example, they rejected because yeah, it didn't work at the moment. So you are kind of dependent on them if you do that. So that's actually why the best way would be to have a combination. So do like part of your assortment by the marketplace, because then you have like quick delivery and you have like, for example, the Prime label, Amazon, but then also have your own fulfillment so that you can be flexible in your shipment. I'm not sure if I want to call it disadvantages, but there are at least some things that should be considered and that brands and retailers are struggling with when it comes to marketplaces. One is the channel conflict. Companies are worried what happens when I sell on marketplaces to my existing retail channels. So that can be retailers, but it can also be your own web shop. So that's, for example, imagine you have like a lot of reseller relationships in Germany and you want to also sell on Amazon.de. So will your retailers be angry and stop working with you because you're also starting on Amazon.de?
A question, does that in terms of pricing present challenges as well? Because would people expect to pay less on a marketplace, or is having the same price reasonable that people would find it in retail?
I think price is very important for customers. So imagine you're a brand, but you already have your products at 20 retailers in Germany, and they all offer you product. Then there will be like a big price competition, because like the cheapest price wins. That will be the one that is going to be sold. And then you have a problem. So what you want to avoid is that there are too many people offering the same product, and that you have a good pricing strategy, that it's in line with your own web shop or with your retailers. So if everyone keeps the same price, then you don't have the whole competition.
Okay, and typically you have full control of pricing on a if you're going onto a marketplace, you would expect to have full pricing control still.
Yes, if you are the seller yourself, then you have full control of the pricing.
Right.
Still, but yeah, you have to imagine if you you as a brand start a marketplace and you already have also 10 retailers that sell your product on marketplace, and you have the highest price. Yeah, you can keep your highest price, but you are not going to sell.
Okay. Are there any other challenges or watch outs that people have to think about?
Yes, there are some. So, for example, when it comes to your brand image, brands might be worried about how their brand is going to be represented on marketplaces, because like channels like Alibaba or Amazon might not fit to the brand that they want to present. But there are ways on marketplaces to present your brand in the right way. So, for example, on Amazon, you can also build your own brand store. You can add extra content. It's called Amazon A+ or enhanced content. If you're selling as a brand yourself, you have to keep in mind that you pick the right channel that fits to your brand image. So imagine if you are like a very expensive high fashion brand, then Zalando or Farfetch might be more suitable to you than, for example, Amazon or Bo.com. And also, what is important to keep in mind, it goes wrong when retailers that you don't know of and you cannot control are presenting your brand on a marketplace. So a lot of times you have like all these different retailers, and you don't know which content they are offering for which price. Maybe they don't take care of customer service the right way. You get bad reviews, and then the customer is confronted with a wrong brand image. But if you take it in your own hands, you can be the content owner, and you can make sure that your products and your brand is represented in the right way. So it can be also an advantage.